Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. We are going to get started quite soon. I know there are still a few people just looking at the system and are still trying to log in and join us, but I will get started. Just before we do move on, just to make people aware of all of the different links and stuff I've put in the chat function. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to post them in the questions tab, and I'll try my best to answer them as we move through the webinar. Also, just for information, you can get a copy of the presentation. It's in the handout section of the webinar panel as well, but you'll also get it in a follow-up email after the webinar, probably later tomorrow or later this week. Just some of the links I've put in the chat. So throughout this presentation, there's a number of videos I'm going to try and showcase with you. The links to all of those videos are in the chat as well. I do apologize in advance, as the videos, when they played over the system, can delay slightly and glitch a little bit. So I apologize in advance for that, but hopefully you get the gist of the videos and enjoy them, and can enjoy them later via the links that I've provided in the chat. Also in the chat is a link to the Ready for Construction webpage, where obviously you'll find some more information, and a link to the digital credential, which we'll cover in the presentation today, including the flyer as well. So those links are in the chat. Please feel free to cut and paste them out. Also in the chat, which is the very last link I put in, is a link to a quick survey. And I'd really appreciate it if you took 60 seconds or so to please complete that survey and provide us with some your invaluable feedback, valuable feedback. So we'd really appreciate that. And throughout the presentation, those links will appear on the screen as well. And on the survey one, at the end of the presentation, we do have a QR code that you can follow as well. If you've got a smart device or a mobile phone, you can quickly scan the screen for that. So let's get started then. So Ready for Construction, what is it? That's what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover how it can be utilised, where it can be applied, with regards to any courses or programs that you may be running. We'll cover how it's funded, as well as giving you an overview of some of the content and the license costs as well. And finally, on what learners will receive when they successfully complete the program. And then, as I mentioned, we will have time for question and answers at the end. So that's the agenda for today's webinar. Just by way of introduction, my name is Jason Howe. I'm a technical advisor at City and Guilds, and I support the construction portfolio. I was due to be joined by my colleague Naz Humphrey, who's the industry manager for construction, but unfortunately Naz is unable to join us today. So yeah, I'm doing this solo today. So what is Ready for Construction? So I could sort of sit here and talk you through what it is, but hopefully this video I'll give a better description of what it is, and then I'll cover some key points following the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope everybody can hear it okay. Apologies, that is just there you go.
Ready for Construction. Building a better future. Leaving a lasting legacy. Becoming a highly skilled tradesperson or professional. If this inspires you, construction could be the perfect choice for you. Ready for Construction, a brand new course from City and Guilds to help you discover the opportunities construction has to offer. You will hear from employers why working in construction is one of the most rewarding careers you could ever choose, and find out how to get started in the industry. On completion of the course, you will earn a digital credential, which you can share on social media and add to your CV to show employers your achievement and that you want to play a part in building our future. Ready for Construction by City and Guilds. Available now.
Hopefully that video played okay. Just to pick up some of the key points on what the course is about. So the Ready for Construction course is a 3 to 4 hour digital course, and it's designed just to give learners a feel and flavour of what it's like to work in the industry, covering the breadth of jobs and different opportunities that they could pursue to build a career in the industry. And this is designed by employers, so it does give a real working environment flavour, and it is from the horse's mouth with regards to the employers, and they keep talking about the required skills, attributes and behaviours. At the end of it, learners will complete a self-reflection task as well. So this is what you can utilize as maybe a light initial assessment tool. And then upon completion, learners will receive their digital credential, but they'll also receive some job search tips and actually some links to actual live jobs as well. So we'll cover all that as we go through the presentation today. So which pathways does it cover? So the Ready for Construction is actually, it's such a versatile course. You can apply it to any program that you offer across maybe construction, your construction trades or your operative courses, anything with regards to BSE, or if you're doing the technical professional construction and built environment courses and you want to include this as well, that's absolutely fine. This is such a versatile program that it can be applied to any of those sectors. With regards to, does it apply to all nations? Absolutely. So no matter, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland or Wales, any of those nations can purchase this product and, deliver it to your learners as part of your programs, at whatever stage you wish to. So it does apply to all nations. With regards to what programs can it be added to, pretty much anything. Obviously with your full-time study programs, it would attract your 16 to 18 funding, as with your apprenticeships and traineeships. With your part-time or your full cost programs, you can apply it to that and obviously charge accordingly. Or, you can apply it to your adult skills programs because it does attract adult skills funding, which we'll cover shortly, or any of your school programs also. It is such a versatile course that it can be applied to any of those types of programs. With regards to how you can utilize it, through different means of research, some providers have informed us on how they plan to use it, and we put together some points on how we feel it could be utilized also. So through inductions, obviously it could be used as part of any course or any program induction that you're delivering to the sectors that we've mentioned, and it would really give an insight to the industry. It's a good introduction into construction. But also, you can bespoke your inductions to suit as well. So it's a fantastic product for that. As we mentioned, you've got the self-reflection tool that learners will do at the end of the course. And, you could utilize that as an initial assessment activity. And then finally, utilizing this plus the videos that's contained within it, you might want to use those to showcase and recruit learners onto your construction programs. And hopefully it helps motivate learners and supports that process for you. With regards to adult funding, I just wanted to touch on it slightly. So obviously with regards to your 16 to 18 funding, you would include this program accordingly and draw down your funding as you would normally. With your adult skills or your adult funding, it does attract the funding through the AEB, through your Restart or JETS programs, and also ESF funding and sector-based academy funding also. So there are a number of avenues in which you can apply funding for this program. I'm going to show you another video now. This is a video from the course, and this is one of the videos that you can utilize to promote, construction to future learners and showcase the industry. And this is the one that can be utilized in your recruitment process. But it is direct from the course as well, so all learners will get to see this. And hopefully you enjoy this video also.
Building the future. Building our future. Construction is one of the largest sectors in the UK. It employs over 2.6 million people, and the number of jobs is constantly growing. Construction is a key area of investment for the government. The demand for skilled tradespeople and professionals has never been stronger, and new jobs are emerging all the time as the latest technologies are introduced. This makes construction one of the most exciting sectors to work in. So, where could you work in construction? There are endless opportunities to work on residential and commercial projects. You could work as a general or specialist building operative. You could become a highly skilled tradesperson. and work on construction sites or in people's houses. Painters and decorators, plumbers, electricians, gas engineers, carpenters and joiners, plasterers, floor and wall tilers, bricklayers, roof tilers and slaters, maintenance operations workers. You could train to become a professional, such as a construction site manager, a building services engineer, a structural engineer, or a project manager. You can specialize in specific areas, such as sustainability, health and safety, quality assurance, or auditing. You could study for a degree and work as a surveyor or an architect. You could work in support functions, such as communication, marketing, bids and proposals, human resources, learning and development, digital and IT, or legal. You can work in responsible business to help drive social and environmental benefits. You can progress into delivering education and training. And you could even run your own business. The opportunities are limitless. And the choice is yours. So the question is, do you want to be part of building a better world? Build the future. Build your future. Work in construction.
Hopefully that video played okay and you found it useful. We are really proud of the videos and products that we've produced for this program. And like I said, it is fully endorsed and been created by employers. What I want to do now is just give you a run through of the course and the program and how it looks on the system. So as an initial login, obviously the learners will be greeted with a bit of a welcome to the program and what it's about, and it gives an introduction as to what's going to be contained in the program as well. Then as learners log in, they'll see, this is the screens that they'll see. So what we've got is the course is actually split up into topics, as mentioned, plus you've got obviously the welcome section, as I've just covered, and the self-reflection and the signposting section. And learners must complete each part of this to successfully complete the course. And what you get as well is you get a little progress bar for each topic and each part of the course. So learners can see straight away how they're progressing through each component. And within each component, you've got employer welcomes, you've got feature videos from employers and employer clips, you've got interactive tasks, and that's within each topic. And then, as I've mentioned at the end, you've got the reflection activity also. As we move into the different topics, so what you'll find is the topics are put into a bit of a sequence, if you like. So topic 1 is just giving learners a little bit of information regarding the industry and what it's like to work in the industry, and 10 things that they should ultimately be aware of to work in the industry as well. And again, this topic is full of feature videos from the employers and key information that learners will need to know, be aware of, and hopefully understand. Topic 2 moves on to more about the learner and looking at their skills and attributes and behaviors that they currently possess, and obviously it showcases the key 15 skills that the employers have key 15 skills, attributes and behaviors that the employers have stipulated that they will be looking for. There's also other types of information on there to support the learners with regards to planning out their own sort of sequence of progress. Topic 3 starts to look at the different types of job and progression opportunities for learners in the industry. So this starts to look at the roles in a little bit more detail. And again, it has feature videos in its full in work settings And as I've mentioned, it showcases the progression opportunities for learners in the sector, so where they can start out and where they can progress to. Next, we have the essentials. So this is topic 4. So this, as you can imagine, will cover all of the key legislation, health and safety, the requirements of CS cards and the role they play, but also look at learners and employers' roles and responsibilities, as well as some key wellbeing tips. And that's all showcased and covered in topic 4. Topic 5 is about obviously the learner getting ready now. So, if this is part of an induction, it's about, getting ready to start the learning process. And, if they're progressing through onto an apprenticeship or traineeship, about, getting them ready for that part of their journey. Or if they're an adult learner who haven't completed this and moving into employment, supports those learners as well through that process. And there's key things on there like job search tips, getting CVs ready, etc. So that's topic 5, and that's where it's sort of, as you can imagine, the sequence into industry. At the end of each topic, what you get is a section called Explore Further. And this is built in, and this can be utilized in, as group discussions. You may want to pull it out and have discussions with groups, or use it again as an assessment tool for what the learners would have been undertaking as part of that topic as well. So you can utilize it in such a way, and this is all online as well. So how you incorporate that into your teaching, learning, or induction, is entirely up to you. Next, you have the reflections piece. And this is the where learners can reflect on the course, the program, and each topic, and discover whether they have the key 15 attitudes, behaviors, and skills that employers are looking for. And even if they don't, that's why they're on your types of courses and programs, so they can continue to develop those skills and behaviors and the knowledge and attitudes and attributes that they're going to need for the sector. We wouldn't have a job if learners had everything already. So it's not a case of, well, if you haven't got all 15, that's, it's a case of learners identifying the key things that they may want to work on as they progress through your different college and centre courses. With regards to the reflections as well, there is a downloadable report. As tutors, you can download that and you can assess what learners have put into that self-reflection. The next video I'm going to show you now, this is a demonstration video. It says short demonstration, but it's actually, I think it's around 6 minutes long, so please bear with us. It does give a better insight into how the course is structured and how it looks online. So hopefully this is a useful video for you to view.
Ready for construction. This course will introduce learners to the world of construction, giving a real flavour of what it's like working in this sector, the jobs and progression opportunities available, and the attitudes, behaviours and skills employers are looking for when recruiting. The course is split into 5 main topics, which will each take around 20 to 30 minutes to complete. Learners can complete the course in their own time and can revisit each topic as many times as they like. There's also a self-reflection activity at the end of the course. To complete the course and receive their digital credential, learners will need to cover the learning in all 5 topics, including watching all the videos and completing the self-reflection activity. The first section introduces learners to some of the employers who helped design this course. Learners will hear more from these employers in the videos throughout the topics. This section also explains how the course works and highlights the value of the digital credential awarded on completion. Topic 1 gives learners an overview of the sector today, providing an insight into what it's really like to work in this field. Learners will discover the impact construction has on the world around us and find out some of the benefits a career in this sector can bring. The second topic explores whether the learner can be a good fit for the sector. It introduces the core skills, values and behaviours that employers are looking for in applicants. This topic will help learners consider whether they can find success within the sector. Topic 3 covers jobs and progression opportunities. Learners will find out about the huge range of careers available to them, exploring hands-on jobs as well as office-based roles. Learners can start to think about which area might be the best fit for them. covers the essentials of working in construction. It gives an overview of the information all individuals need to know, including relevant legislation, health and safety training requirements, well-being at work, and individual responsibilities. This will give learners an initial picture of what they need to be aware of if they decide to work in the sector. The final topic focuses on job search tips for employers. It includes helpful tips on how to go about looking for a job in this specific sector and practical advice on putting the tips into action. When learners have completed all the topics, they can move on to the self-reflection activity, which ties all the learning together. This activity encourages learners to reflect on which essential skills and behaviours they already have, and which ones they may want to develop further. Once the course is complete, learners can view a signposting section. This section features a selection of construction employers who would be keen to hear from learners once they're ready to enter the sector. We'll now take a closer look at the first topic. Topic 1 starts with a short feature video introducing learners to the sector. This is an inspiring look at the key facts about construction, highlighting some of the benefits a career in the sector can bring. Learners then move on to the 10 things everyone should know about construction. These have been put together by employers to give learners an insight into both the enjoyable and the more challenging aspects of working in the sector. This will help learners get a feel for whether they're interested in finding out more about the sector. The topic also includes video contributions from different employers, bringing the sector to life from their perspective. People working in a wide range of jobs are featured in the videos to give a variety of viewpoints and also showcase the huge range of opportunities available. Learners will then find out a bit more about the different types of employment available and who they'll be working with. As they work through this topic, they'll be able to start thinking about which type of setting and job appeals most to them. Learners will then hear again from some more individuals talking about the impact working in construction has had on their lives. Learners will get a unique insight into the sector from these personal stories of career progression. At the end of each topic, there is an optional Explore Further activity. These activities encourage learners to consider in a bit more detail what they've learnt in the topic, using a practical and informal approach. They're also a great conversation starter in study groups, among friends and family, and even in interviews. Once learners have completed the topic, they can return to the menu page to move on to topic 2 whenever they're ready. Learners will receive their digital credential when they finish the course. They can showcase their credential when applying for jobs to demonstrate what they've already learned and show their interest in working in the sector. The digital credential will also give learners access to the latest job postings via the Credly website. Learners can tailor their search by role, location and salary to find the right job for them and take their first step into an exciting new career in construction.
Hopefully you found that video useful as well, and it just put into context the things that I'd covered in some of the slides previous. Obviously some of the things covered in that we're now going to cover in the next few slides. So I just wanted to showcase to you the course flyer that's available on the website as well, and I've put the link to this flyer in the chat as well. And it just has, you know, some of the key things on there like license fees, a little bit of an overview about the course if you're looking to promote it in a prospectus or something, you know, you can utilize the information on there. And it also has a little bit of information with regards to the digital credential as well. So that's all contained on the course flyer, which, as I've mentioned, the link is in the chat and it is available on the website. With regards to costs, it's the costs for this course are based on a license fee. Obviously, the more licenses you buy, the bigger saving that you'll have. And the fees are on the screen there. So obviously for 10 licenses, it will be £200. And for 100, it's £1,200. So that you would choose however many licenses you want. And if you want obviously more than 100 licenses, you can liaise with your dedicated business manager, who I'm sure will be more than happy to support you in getting a price for it if you were looking for more than 100 licenses, and also give you support in getting set up to deliver this course as well. As we move on, we're now going to just take a look at the digital credentials. So these digital credentials, obviously the world we live in now is, we're going more and more digital, and certificates are no different. We still do obviously the paper-based certificates, but for this course, what learners will receive is a digital credential. There is no paper certificate for this. And what learners can do with this, they can, through the Credly website, they can download it, they can cut and paste it onto their CVs, but more importantly, they can actually download this on a mobile device and have this available on there so that they can show it directly to potential employers and show their progress already. And, it is perfect because behind that digital credential, even on the mobile device, sits all of the data that and showcases the skills and everything that the learners achieved. And what it does, it takes them straight to the Credly page on the website. So when learners are issued this is ultimately the data that sits behind their achievement, if you like. So, on certificates, you would normally have sort of units of accreditation. For this type of version, obviously, it has the skills and the criteria that the learners earned in order to be issued that digital credential. So that's all on the Credly website and available to learners as well. Once learners have obviously achieved their digital credential through the Credly website as well, this was showcased in the video, there's links and insights section on the Credly website, and this takes learners directly to live jobs that are currently out there in industry now. And learners can search this by location or salary type or whatever they wish to search by. They can filter it accordingly, and it gives them all the related jobs in line with their search criteria. And then learners can start exploring those if they're looking to progress into employment. I just want to showcase now some of the links. Obviously, these are all in the chat section, so I've put all of these links in the chat for you, but they are going to be on the presentation, which you can download from the handout section on your panel as well. But also, you will receive a follow-up email with this presentation as well. So please keep an eye out for that. What I would like to do now is another plea from me. If you've got, please, just a couple of minutes to complete the survey. The link is in the chat. It is the last link I put in the chat. But if you have got a smart device, you can scan the QR code that's on the screen right now, and you can complete the survey on your mobile device. And I'd also encourage anybody, if anybody's got any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat bar now, sorry, in the questions tab now, if that's okay, and I will try my very best to answer them. Whilst people are doing that, accessing the link to the survey or scanning the QR code, I do have one more slide. It's just got a little bit of information on that I'll share with you now, and then I'll move back to this one. So if you have any queries or you want to talk to our sales team about this program, please get in touch with directsales@cityandguilds.com. Or if you want any further information on our platforms, including SmartScreen, Portfolio Plus, e-functional skills, etc., again, you can get in touch with us through digitalsales@cityandguilds.com or visit our City and Guilds websites. Web pages on the website, so please feel free to access them. So I'm just going to leave it on this screen for a little bit longer. Please do post in your questions in the questions tab, and please do spend it will only take you a short amount of time to complete the survey also, so I would really appreciate any feedback that you can provide me on that, please. Hopefully you've enjoyed the webinar today, and like I said, the videos and stuff are fantastic with showcasing the sector, your programs, and this actual course, to future and potential learners, and even to schools as well, so hopefully you can utilize those videos to your advantage with regards to promoting your own courses and getting learners on your programs, etc., in order to do this Ready for Construction course, because it is a great motivational tool as well, to put learners through, especially as an initial induction. You know, after only a short time, learners are already achieving credentials and achieving something after only a short time. Mentioned funding and then gave cost. Is the funding available to cover? Yes, the funding that is allocated does cover cost. Obviously, for your adult learners, for 16 to 18, your funding is allocated accordingly through your program of study funding. But on adults, yes, it does attract adult funding, which more than covers the cost of your licenses, depending on how many you buy. Obviously, if you buy more licenses, it becomes a much cheaper model to purchase. And this is entirely online as well. So, you know, student to tutor ratio can be quite significant in that essence. Or, you know, you can issue it to learners for them to complete in their own time. You know, so with regards to costs, it is a very cost-effective model of delivery because it is entirely online. So hopefully that that is helpful in answering that question for you. And with regards, obviously, if you including this in part of a study program, obviously you get the funding that's allocated to you, and any additional qualifications or programs you put on, obviously that incurs a cost in addition. So, you know, but when you look at the fees that attach to this, for 100 licenses, £1,200, you know, there's not a £12 per learner, there's not a significant amount to invest into learners so that they can achieve, you know, get a good insight, you know, bespoke your induction programs, enhance your programs, and have learners achieve something after only a short time on your course. It is really a small price to pay for learners to motivate them along that process and along their journey, hopefully on your programs and courses, and hopefully into potentially apprenticeships or employment in the sector. I hope that answers the question okay for you. If not, please you know, come back to me in the questions tab and I'll try and answer it a bit more. If you do want more information on funding, I'm not the funding guru, so please speak to your dedicated business managers who'll be able to advise a bit more on that side. There doesn't seem to be any more questions coming in the questions tab. I don't want to keep anybody any longer than what we have to. I will stay online for another minute or so and keep an eye out for any more questions. But from me, I'd just like to thank you for attending today. I hope the webinar has been useful. Hopefully, you know, you consider this course for your programs, and you know, hopefully the videos and stuff are useful to you also. So thank you very much for attending. I hope you all stay safe and well, and I look forward to seeing everybody in the future. Thanks once again.